episode 10. We made it to episode 10 of the $9 podcast. Who knew when I started this journey from train wreck to whatever it is now, we get that far in a couple weeks. I am the moderator of TalkNShop Patreon. My name, referred to as Drewski. Real name's Drew. Last name will be butchered over many media outlets, particularly by the boys, especially tonight, as I'm taping this. A couple hours ago, the boys were on a Joel Hubert's Late Night Corinth podcast, and my name came up. My name happened to come up, and everybody butchered the fuck out of it. So I got that going for me, which is nice. You know, the joke continues and spreading. It's a beautiful thing. You know, long-term booking. One day, one glorious day, I will kill this angle by telling everybody how to pronounce my name, but I will be a deep dive, but not today. Oh no, not today. You're gonna have to suffer me going through 500 mispronunciations of my name. Know what I've gone through in my life. Walk a mile in my shoes. Yay. Beautiful thing. You notice the upgrades continue. On a shoestring button. Yes, that is a legitimate banner. Yes, many recyclables were sacrificed to get said banner. Tough job, but somebody, it had to be done. Had to be done. Trying to pride myself on upgrading everything on a weekly basis. I'm getting to the point where I'm running out of things to upgrade. So it's the point now where I might as well. Okay, put a gold paint on this shit show. Might as well polish the fuck out of it and try and make better content. It's the least I could do. I mean, why not at this point? And it's nice that the boys put me over on the Late Night Grand, saying I want basically a content creating machine. Well, somebody has to be on the damn Patreon. Last I checked, this is as I record this is episode number 10. I'm at the point where I'm uploading the podcast previous episodes straight into the chat. So to give the gun one less headache, me like pounding in for days on end, going, hey, put on me. No, I want to be consistent. Something on the website has to be consistent. By God, it's gonna be me. I mean, I've been there. I've been in. I've been doing the moderating thing. I haven't taken a day off. I'm in there every single day. While the boys are gallivanting around the world. Brother and softly, see the shining sea. I'm spinning plates and falcons. Trying to keep the talk to a respectable minimum. Every time it fails, when I actually have to sleep. Well, what can you do? You can't be up 24/7. Much as the gun like jokes that I never sleep. No. I have immediate hours, but like Baltic Billy, I'm consistent. Some would say it's you, but I'm just speaking truth to power. more or less. So, watching Dynamite tonight, for Christ's sake, how many more? Don Callis family is pretty much going to be end up being half the roster. Getting shades of it, shades of NWO 1998. It's a beautiful thing because on paper, man to man, like they're the most dominant faction I've ever fucking seen in wrestling. Just the talent level alone, and to add Andrade to it, it's ridiculous. They can. There's so many so many different combinations they can do. It opens. You have to figure Andrade has a dual contract now. Seeing that though, thanks to Sleepy Hoot. Sleepy Hoot would probably be like a mouthpiece, or help smooth things over. On the CMLL side, because Rocky is a miracle worker after all. Well, of course he's a miracle worker. You had to put up with the boys that took you into a motel for 3 years. For years. Thankless job. Like it was good crowd, good, good, good training for what he's doing now. And then you got Kyle Fletcher. That kid's gonna be something. That kid's gonna be something special to keep his head on straight. Okay. He had a match tonight. Really good, very good match. And and by the way, give me more Samoa Joe versus Hangman, please. I want a best of 7. Tomorrow. Because good God, because the Death Riders and Ops tag team match. Joe was moving around like a man possessed. He had a fire in his eye. I've seen. You know, haven't really seen in a while. But it was like Ring of Honor Joe. Like he was staring across the ring from Morishima or Kobashi. He was he was on one. He was on, and it was the way they worked in the story, the angle of him and Hangman actually agreeing to a match for Wrestle Dream in a couple of weeks. Well done. It made a lot of people sense. Yeah, more of that, please. Thank you. The tag with Rodito and Kenny. Got against the Bucks. And Josh Alexander. It took a little bit. It took a little bit to warm up. It was a typical like Bucks of PWG match where it's like you start out slow, and like you start getting really nuts like about halfway through. Luckily, it was a 2.5 hour show, so they had time. They had time to stretch it out. So you didn't really have to rush spots. A lot of near falls, Bucks are still innovating offense. They did a couple moves I've never seen before, like which is something considering the Bucks have done a lot, right? I was really impressed with how Kenny was moving. He he looked fast. He looked fast in the ring. When he first came back, he seemed a little, he didn't really have the speed, but you could see it. You can visibly see it. He's getting faster in the ring. He's getting close to the New Japan Kenny speed. They announced his weight is like 224. But, yeah, you can keep saying weights and stuff, but there was a point for most of that AEW, he was listed like 235, so we dropped like apparently dropped about 11, 15 pounds, and it shows. Like you should go lighter. Should go lighter. Use a demon when you know 190, 195. Use a demon, especially in PWG. It's like it's real good to see. And then the women's tag tournament starting sometime soon. Be interesting to see what the teams are. I know there's a lot of plus I love that a lot of women on the roster are basically waving, volunteering to be involved in women's blood and guts in a couple weeks. And that's great to see. It's a bit it's like it should be that way. They should want to be in something like that. Don't wait for stuff to come to you. Just ask. It's like Ty Conte challenged Tony Storm. It was a very again another great match. Like it's a Ty's story of coming back from almost dying from dying a couple of years ago. After giving birth to her daughter to where she is now. It's a good story, and I hope that they pick up on that. I hope that they run with that angle. It's there if they want it. Okay, I would run with that, but again, I'm not the booker. I never claimed to be the booker. You know, I see how much of a headache it is for Dallas to book stuff. So the Lord knows how it go over with me, right? And and yeah, other things really that popped the hell out of me this week. Out of nowhere, it's like Evil Uno, Evil Uno is actually touring Japan right now. Actually did his first couple shows at DDT. He got basically baptized in the chaos of the DDT. If there's anybody that could adapt to that, it's him. What came out of that was the announcement yesterday that they were going on the spur of the moment, basically said, "Oh, we're going to do wrestling at Ichigaya Chocolate Square with Choco." You're telling me two of my favorite promotions are working together on a mystery show where you don't know who's going to show up. Couple that with May Saruga and Mercedes calling each other, going back and forth on Twitter for the past year and a half, not wanting to face each other. And suddenly this show comes up on Saturday, well, Saturday Japanese time. And you don't know what's going to happen. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if you see a certain CEO walk through the doors of the guy at Taco Square. It, would- it, it would be it would be great business all around. It'd be great business all around. A great boost for Choco Pro, if anything. Now, it may not have the Scraja title right now, but it's only a matter of time before she gets it back. It's like I just need that confrontation in Ichigai. That's that's what I want. And damn it, I want that. Man. And you see the boys dance card for October is basically there's basically Fridays and Saturdays are basically booked. You can say they're weekend warriors all the rest of the month. I know there's some a couple of dates. It's like a actual absolute dream match for if you're old school TNA fans. Like boys are going to be facing America's Most Wanted at I don't know where, but somewhere, some indie like later in the month. I think it's a couple days before they do the Fourth Row People Divide show. don't know anything about Fields and Light show, but it's great. That could be very interesting. Keep your eye on that show. You never know who might show up, and it's it's interesting to see boys dance cards filling up. Like you know, it's good that the gun got like a day or two of like free time, like family time. Able to carve it out, in between flying all over the place, brother and softly slinging 8x10s, put, putting kids over, you know, putting himself over, 20, G1 Finals 2012, um, forging AJ's Styles' name on 8x10, allegedly. And it's good to, it's better than the alternative. That's for damn sure. It's like you don't want to become lonely Virgil. I wouldn't wish that any wrestler at all. That's not a place you want to go. Want to be. As we get to, as we are at episode 10, I'm trying, I'm looking, I went and look back at like episode 1, like, it was, it's like night and day compared to, last couple, like the first one. Still upgrading the equipment, still working kinks out, still doing like little things here and there. You notice I'm getting more comfortable on the mic, you know, the stammering is lessening the more I do this. Learning how to actually hold the microphone, which is fucking hilarious considering my brother's a musician, right? And he could have told me, and plus I used to do stagehand work. You'd think I would know how to hold a mic, right? There will be stagehand, the and more part of this podcast will be delving into delving into stagehand stories. I don't have many, but I've had memorable encounters. Some very famous bands. It's the sort of thing. It's like, what that happened where? That really happened backstage? Yes, it did. You see what bands are really like backstage. And it's like, who's there? Not really paying attention, not treating it like a business, just treating it like one big party. Or bands where basically huddle up, focus group meetings, like fire each other up and ready to go. It's like a football team going out. Yeah. So I only did it for like 6 years, but it ended up being like 100 something shows, 100 something different bands. Some bands more than once. Many of the bands you recognize if I said. But again, a deep dive for another day. Because I could talk about metal for out forever and a day. And music because my brother grew up in the bit. My brother was like my brother is in the business big time. Like he went from being a musician in a groundbreaking progressive metal band to the head of live events for Qualcomm to becoming part of the Live Nation empire. Basically, he runs it's like any San Diego show that's put on by Live Nation, he's in charge of. So he had, like Jeff Jarrett, he had a stroke in this town, and he's got the head for it. He's got the mind for it. He's put in the work. He's put in the work for it. I'm proud as hell of it. I only hope to be as successful one day.